Hey y'all, welcome to Floyd Family Farm.
Well, today we're going to be cleaning out our container. This is the one for Tanya. She had, I don't know if I can hold this camera right. But from previous videos, y'all saw that we put in like 3 windows, and we really didn't go through all the steps of putting them in. So we're going to fix that, because I don't want people to think that, you know, we just cut and this crap just fell into place like it was supposed to. There are some hiccups along the way, even with some of the equipment that I have. So yesterday we took out the 2 leather sofas that were in here. They actually go in our big house, but one of them will stay in here. And so we're gonna go ahead and clean this thing out. And I'm gonna go outside right quick and point out some of the errors that I had with the windows that I need to fix. And then on the next video, I'll show y'all what I did to fix them. In the meantime, we're gonna clean this thing out so we can get everything ready. We gotta sweep it. We gotta wash it out. We gotta seal up a couple of little areas, fix some windows, and then we're gonna frame this joker probably by the end of the week, if we're not out of town. So I'll walk out right quick and show you what we got. Here's the first window that we did, or that I did. We cut it out and it came out good, and everything is fitting all nice and snug along the top. Error that I had was, before I finished putting all these self-tapping screws in to this window, I put a little spray foam, this little window foam crap in the crack outside, and it pushed out right here just a little bit. Let's see where my finger is. Yeah, pushed out right there. So I guess, number one, don't put all this crap in by the window before you finish putting all the screws in it. Other than that, this one here is sitting pretty perfect. The second window here fared a lot better than the first, even though the first went in pretty good. I have my new saw blades on it, so cutting this out was really, really easy and fast. As you can see, I got a lot of places to put screws in to secure it to this angle iron. I do have a few more areas that I need to weld around this one and the other one before I seal it and, before I seal it and make this thing permanent. We did the cutout for the door, and we laid the door down on the ground, and then we had the angle iron, measured it, cut it like we did in a previous video. So the door fits perfectly inside the angle iron frame. When we cut the door, my blade started to dull a little bit. I got a little anxious at some point, and so some of the lines were a little bit crooked, which came out to be okay in the end, because I did need to take the little flapper disc and grind it down a little bit to widen it so we have like a little bit more play for the door. Also down here, when the door was sitting on the floor, on the lip, you know what, let me go outside and show you what I'm talking about. When I was calculating where I was gonna put this door, I didn't pay attention to the fact that I had a bend right here. So this bend went way across here. So what I did was I had to put a slice in it with the angle iron, with the grinder, and cut out a section, and I had to hammer it down to make it level. Now the door was sitting on the floor, and it was really rough fighting with the still kind of bumps that I had along here. So I did see a video where a guy decided that he's gonna put a little wood flooring up under this, because this piece right here was sticking out further than this lip, and there was nothing up under it, to support it, keep water out, all this other kind of stuff. So we got some 2x8, we cut it the width of this. After I hammered and grinded down on the other piece over here and got it pretty level, we'll put the door on top of this area right here. And before we put the door in, we put the frame on this wood, and we drew lines up top to match where we had to cut further. So as you can see, we got this. We cut just a little bit higher than that. That way we can have a little bit of play with the door, because we need play left and right so that the door will open and close the way it's supposed to. So that's the door where it is right now. We'll pull it back out. On the next video, we'll finish welding around it. And then I did a lot of self-tapping screws on this door, which is, I kind of like that a whole lot better. But we'll do some self-tapping screws to secure it, as well as some of the welds. Some of the areas below the windows didn't come out quite as even. This is actually pretty good, but I did have this little hiccup right there. So I think I got some flat steel. I'll probably wind up sliding the piece in there, and just to fill in that little bit of a gap, and then weld it, and then, you know, you never know the difference. I'll cut it to fit that little angle piece. You know how it's curved a little bit right there. I got some more welds to put around here. I've gotten a lot better with the MIG welder. So I got some up top here, here. So all of these windows, well, except for that one, will come back out. The window and the door will come back out, and I'll finish doing some, well, all of them will come back out because I got to do some more welding. So note to self, finish all of your welds before you put the dang on window in. Or you want to measure it, but, you know, make sure the stuff's right. This is the first window that we put in, and I like the idea that it has a little play in it. Down here, you know, this is when my good eye wasn't quite so good. And you can see there's some little, well, big gap down here and here. So what I did find out is that some good old-fashioned angle iron kind of slips right in there. I'll shave this. I'll cut it with my little grinder so that it fits nice and flush. I don't have enough to go all the way across because this piece here is actually close. So I don't have enough to fit in here, but I do have enough to go here, here, and I'll probably need 2 pieces of flat steel to go in here. This window I still need to put the C-clamps on it, bring it in, and then weld these little areas. So this window is just kind of sitting here. I think I have maybe like 1 or 2 self-tapping screws in here to hold it in place so it just don't fall out. As a matter of fact, I know I do, because here go a couple of them right here. So I love these metal tapping screws because even if you don't want to weld like crazy, like I'm really not a big fan of it, you can run these through. I'll shave these off, I'll tack weld it, and then I'll grind it down so that it's nice and flush before we go to paint it. So that's some of the things we got to do for this. Right now, I'm going to go in and help the boss finish cleaning this thing out.